Today we are going to do one of my favorite things. We are going to learn how to create a box and whisker plot. The reason I like box and whisker plots so well is because they sound really confusing, but they're really not too bad. So the first thing we're going to do is, it is a measure of medians. So we're going to put our data in order so that we can find the median. So I'm going to start with the number 1. I'm going to cross them out as I go so I can make sure I didn't miss anything. I've got a 3 over there. Oh, I missed a 2, so I'm going to squeeze him in. Actually, I'm going to erase. Put a 2 in there, a 3. I see a 4. I've got a 5 and another 5. Oh, I have another 5 over here. A 6. It's a really good idea to make sure you're crossing them out as you go. Otherwise, you're bound to miss something. I have a 7 and another 7 over here. 8, another 8, 10, 12, 17, 18, and 20, and I noticed that I missed a 15 right here, so I gotta put him in where he belongs. I'm gonna kind of squeeze him in here. There's a 15. Alright, now that I have found all my numbers in order from least to greatest, I'm gonna go ahead and find the median. The median is the number that is right in the middle. I'm gonna start by crossing them out at the same time so I remember that I'm getting them at the same time. So I've got 20, I got 18 and 2, I have 17 and 3, 15 and 4, 12 and 5, 10 and 5, 8 and 5, 8 and 7, 8 and 6, and then I'm left with 7 and 7 in the middle. So in between 7 and 7 is just the number 7. Since that's my median, I'm going to go ahead and draw a dot. I'm going to draw a line through it right at the number 7. Now that I found the median and I have that graphed, I'm going to actually find the median of my lower numbers. So I find the median of these numbers. I'm going to cross them out at the same time. Oh, and I have just 5 left in the middle. We're going to talk about what all these things are called when I'm done. Now that I've got the median of the lower numbers, I'm good there. I'm going to do the median of the upper numbers. Crossing them out at the same time again. This time I end up with 12. So now you've got the median. You have the median of your lower numbers, and you have the median of your upper numbers. The last points that you need are called your maximum and your minimum, and they actually look at your whole range. So I'm going to go all the way up to 20, and I'm going to put a dot there, and then I'm going to go all the way down to 1, because that was my lowest part of my range, and I'm going to put a dot there. So this is my box, and these are my whiskers. The whiskers go from the max to the min, so I'm going to go ahead and label these. This is my maximum. Oh, that's not my maximum. Don't let me get away with these things. This is my minimum. It also corresponds with this number in my data set, my minimum. The maximum is the largest number. So in this case, this is going to be my maximum. The median does not change, it's just called the median. It's your number right in the middle. Although, in box and whisker plots, this median is going to have another name. It is going to be called Q2. That is another way of saying it's the second quartile. It's just like a second quarter. So I'm going to write that out. I'm going to write that over here. So Q2 is the second quartile. It's just like saying you have 2 quarters. It's your second quartile. That's 50 cents right in the middle. Then I have Q3. this is your third quartile. That's like saying 75% of your data is in there. So this is your third quartile. And you can probably guess what this line is going to be called. I need a different color. Let's go with that. This is Q1. It is your first quartile. I'll go ahead and define that up here. So Q1 is your first quartile. That's like 1/4, so that means 25% of your data is going to be over here. This part here is called the interquartile range. I'm going to go ahead and label that for you. It is your interquartile range. That is where the majority of your data is going to be, between 25% and 75% of it. Out here you just have little tiny bits. These are kind of like your outliers. You only have a few that are going to be outside of this interquartile range. And then this is your total range from 20 down to 1 would be your total range. Your interquartile range, though, is just going to be 12 minus 5. So if they ask for your interquartile range, it's just going to be 7. Seems complicated, but it's really not too bad. So by the time you are done, and you've gotten some practice, you should be able to create your own box and whisker